Chessie Wood's attorney claims her case has the characteristics of a famous witch trial and more tentacles than a mythological creature.
Wood, the mother of missing teenager Brittany Wood, is charged with 2 counts of first-degree sodomy and 1 count of sexual abuse of a child younger than 12. Today, Chessie Wood was scheduled to have a preliminary hearing.
And as Fox 10 News reporter Steve Alexander tells us, things didn't go quite as planned. Steve?
Well, Wood has pleaded guilty, or not guilty, I should say, not guilty to all charges and has been on bail up to this time. She was in court this morning, but it turned out to be a pretty brief stay.
Wood was scheduled to have a preliminary hearing in District Court Judge Jay York's court, but the hearing was postponed until next Wednesday, August 14th.
We just live to fight another day. This has been reset.
Wood's attorney, Michael McDuffie, filed a motion asking the court to provide a court reporter to record the hearing at the state's expense, saying Wood is indigent. McDuffie also said the case has characteristics of the Salem witch trials and that it has more tentacles than a hydra, a mythological beast.
They want the case to basically talk about one incident between my client and a minor child. I'm trying to expand the case to include other elements. My client's child, I think the evidence is overwhelming that my client's child, Brittany, was murdered by the major person that's involved in this case, who 40 hours later committed suicide with her firearm.
McDuffie was referring to Brittany's uncle, Donald Ray Holland.
I think it's part of the case to suggest that the murder of Brittany Wood is not part of this case. It's tantamount to saying that recruiting is not part of Alabama football. They go together. It can't be separated.
McDuffie told me a court reporter couldn't be found this morning, so the hearing was postponed until next Wednesday.
They're difficult to find, number one, and they're all busy, number two. So probably what I'm going to have to do is to hire an independent reporter and bring him at my expense, which is okay.
If the defendant wants to pay for a court reporter, I don't object to that. I just would like for them to have it available on the day it's set for trial.
Law enforcement investigators have said Chessie Wood sexually abused a 10-year-old girl in 2009, and police have said they believe it was a one-time act of abuse. But McDuffie maintains Wood's innocence.
She's not guilty. There's no way she's guilty.
Next week's hearing, prosecutors will be presenting evidence related to the charges against Chessie Wood, and Judge York will then determine whether to send that case to a grand jury. Reporting live from the newsroom, Steve Alexander, Fox 10 News.
All right, Steve, and as you know, we'll follow up on this next week Wednesday.